Fran with Stampendous, and I want to show you some fun things that you can do with the new Paisley set. And here you can see I made a little pop-up card. Here was another one using just a lot of background papers I did on the Creative Palette. And here's some other cards as well, using all of the different pieces that come in the set with the dies. So this package has the cling rubber stamps and it has a free stencil, which I'll show you a little bit more later. And on the back are several of the interesting ideas and even the design of the stencil so that you can see what it looks like. And then sold separately are the cutting dies. And here you have 5 of the different dies that are going to cut around all of the edges to make it easy to build up layers. The cling rubber set is going to give you a variety of sizes and shapes, and this one works the best for doing the background patterns. And as you can see here, you can just keep moving it around and create some lovely background patterns, whether you do it in a color ink on white, or here I did it on some other printed paper, and here was a light color one that was from the Creative Palette. So you can get some very interesting and quick backgrounds that way, and then your cutout pieces are going to look interesting displayed against the contrasting colors. This one I colored and then I just die cut into an interesting shape, and that was kind of fun to use on the outside of the card like we did here. One of the quickest and easiest ways to work with these Paisley stamps would be to simply color them on interesting printed papers. And these are a fun array of colors from Bo Bunny that have simple prints, but they're great to add some more stamping to. So let's give this a try here. And let's say we'll just press our stamp onto the block handle, press it down, make sure it's connected well. And then let's just stamp all in black here and see what result we get. Now this will be interesting because this paper has some light and dark areas. And that's going to give us a lot of fun options. Now in the stamp package you're going to get a free stencil. Here's the design of it. And when you take it out of the package, you will want to turn it the direction of the stamps. Like this one here, I can line it up. You probably can't see much yet, but I've turned it the direction that fits the stamps, and I've written on it with a permanent marker so that I can find things. And we've hinged the pieces together, and you can simply pop them apart or take your little scissors and clip to separate the pieces. This gives you both the mask and the window frame. And so you don't want to lose the pieces, and writing on them will help you keep it straight. And we've included the little piece in the middle, and since I'm not sure yet, I'm going to leave it connected in there for now. But I wanted to try something here and see how this works to do some patterning. So let's take our background pattern, and using the mask, see if we can put some patterning in behind and see how this works. So my mask is now covering up the largest Paisley. Okay, and there's my mask. So that gives you another fun way to make use of that mask as an already cut for you option. And then I'll mention with the dies, this one looks the oddest because we've protected the more detail area in there by creating a solid area. But you can see here how it's going to line up perfectly. And once you get that in place, you're ready to run that through your big shot. The magnetic base really is helpful when you're matching dies to stamped images. But let's try this one and just see the shape we get if it's not even stamped. Okay, so there you can see that it's cutting away that inside shape, and it lined up perfectly, which is very fun. You couldn't hand trim that very well. So there's your little pieces, and you can see just the colors will make it lots of fun. If you want to do some color work with your Copic markers, I find that our mixed media white paper works great, and I'm using my Memento ink. And so once you stamp out all of the different pieces, I've made a note of the colors that I used here, and we'll list them for you. And I just wanted to mention a couple of things. If you're going to die cut, you can see that the dies line up perfectly, but if you want it to be more forgiving, you can do some other color work around the edges. So on this one here, I had used the G02, and this is a good one to show you. If after I do my color work, sometimes it's hard to keep switching colors to do around the edges when you're first doing it. But coming back to it at this stage is another option, that just surrounding it with these other colors, if I trim it offline, it won't matter. So anyway, you can see how I've just done pretty quick colors and not a whole lot of blending, but just enough to get an interesting color scheme going. And it's very fun to just keep trying all different combinations. So you can see it's much quicker if you don't have to color within the lines, and I intentionally made a broader stroke all the way around. And if you want to keep it in a monochromatic color scheme, that's kind of fun too. So we'll see if we like it just looking like that, or we'll add a little bit more to another one here. So Paisleys are a theme that work in just about any color, so they're very fun to do different color schemes. So try stamping and die cutting your Paisley patterns in whatever favorite color scheme you may have. Have fun with it.